Good evening, guys. This is Ntabeling, and I will be taking you through to your weekly schedule via video. Firstly, I'd like to also welcome the new people who recently just joined us. So, I'm going to give you a quick demonstration on how you need to be applying your 1 minute strategy. So firstly, you need to make sure that you have investing.com as well as MetaTrader 4. So I'm going to show you quickly under your economic calendar how we're going to make use of this investing.com application. Okay, so mainly you're going to go into it. This is basically where we will be looking at our events for the coming week, and we're going to make sure that we highlight certain events that we'll be trading. We will not trading everything, so we're only trading certain events. And if for the existing members, if we have identified some of the events that we say we trade them and you have identified them as one of the weak events, you really don't have to go back and trade them, because in the beginning we highlight the fact that you guys need to identify those events that work for you guys so that you don't go back to useless events. Okay, so for the new people, firstly, you need to make sure that you filter your investing.com under 3Bull. Okay, so at the top right, this icon, make sure that the low and the medium is ticked off. Okay, so only high is supposed to be ticked in. Basically, this is the 3Bull events that shows you the high the events that actually move the market quite rapidly. Okay, so Monday and Tuesday, there are no events. It's actually holidays. If I can show you here, Monday, there's only holidays. Monday and Tuesday holidays. So we're not trading Monday and Tuesday. Okay, so we're going to be starting to trade on Wednesday, where we can start at 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock, we have a Euro event, the GDP one. For the Euro event, we make use of the pair Euro USD, Euro GBP. So you can basically just choose anything that's got a base currency or the code currency of Euro. It's up to you. If you have identified something that works for you, great. If not, rather use Euro USD as your pair. All right. Same applies at 9:30. It's the same pair, which is Euro USD for the German manufacturing. And then we have a GBP event at 10:30, the CPI. And for GBP events, we use Euro GBP or GBP USD as your pairs. Okay, so whichever one you decide with, honestly, it really is fine. If it works for you, better. Okay, then we will have the at half past four. At 4 o'clock, sorry. 4 o'clock, we have a USD one. We have a USD event. USD JPY is the pair that you're going to make use of. Okay, and at 8 o'clock in the evening, we also have a USD event as well, which is the USD JPY or Euro USD or those pairs. Okay, so those are the pairs that we make use of for the USD event at 8 o'clock. So there's FOMC meeting minutes. For me personally, meeting minutes, they don't really move much. So I personally don't trade them. So if you have seen in the past, and I think I have mentioned it in some of the groups, that honestly minutes are a waste of time for me, and I honestly don't want you guys to also just waste time on events that not gonna bring you money. Okay, so this one is just up to you, especially for the new people. New people, you have to go through all the events that I'm talking about so that you can see the difference in the movement of the market, so that next time you can avoid or you can make sure that you trade them. Okay, so on Thursday, we're also starting off our morning at 8 o'clock for a Euro event. The German GDP, the pair here is Euro USD or Euro GBP. Honestly, it's up to you. At 10:30 in the morning, GBP event, we have our retail sales. It's one of our favorite ones. You know, this one is a mother. Yeah, this one is a great one. It's a great event. We all know, we all love GBP. So this one is going to be a good one. So the pair GBP USD or Euro GBP, up to you. Okay, so 10:30 we have a date here. Okay, and then we also have a speech. We have a speech at 11 o'clock, the GBP speech. I'm also not a speech fan, honestly, because I don't stream speeches. But if you want to stream speeches, great. Then you can be trading this one as well. Okay, and then we have a Euro event at 1:30, and then this is also a meeting. I don't like meetings. Honestly, will be up to you if you want to trade it, but I personally won't trade it. And then we have a good one also at 4 o'clock, the USD. We have an existing home sales one. You can trade this one as well. And then you use the pair USD JPY, okay, at 4 o'clock. Right, that's it for Thursday. And then Friday we're starting off again with a Euro event at 10 o'clock in the morning. And then the pair that you'll be making use of here is Euro GBP or Euro USD. Okay, so this one is also that's actually the first event that you guys are going to trade. And then at 10:30 in the morning, we've got a good one here. Okay, you guys need to be very careful. There's GDP times 2, if you can see, né? But they are two different events. If you can check the cons and the previous for both of them, they're very different. It is possible that one action, like at the actual, it can be green and the other actual can be red. So it might move this market like insane, and it might just blow some of your accounts. So please make sure that you apply proper risk management and you don't become greedy when it comes to this event, because it will move and it will be volatile, it will be crazy. Okay, so just make sure that you have applied proper risk management so that you can avoid having to blow your accounts. New people, please make sure you make use of your demo account. Please don't be smart, okay? And just because there will be many other events that will be coming, so that you can actually start making real money. Okay, then we have another event at 2:30, which is a USD event. Oh, by the way, the one at the top is GBP USD. But then again, Khabo also sent through the written schedule, so you can just refer this video to the written schedule. Okay, at 2:30 USD, we have a core durable goods orders. That's an event at 2:30. USD JPY is the pair that you'll be making use of. And yeah, so basically those are the events that we'll be trading this coming week, starting Wednesday, because first 2 days, Monday, Tuesday, holiday, we're not making use of that. Okay, so this section is only for the new people. I need to always do it so that I can show them how they need to apply their the 1 minute strategy. Okay, so basically this is how we'll be applying the 1 minute strategy. Okay, so make sure your time frame, your chart is on a 15-minute chart. You make sure this is on a 4 hours, 1 day, 1 week, and 1 month. Okay, so make sure it's on 15 minutes. Right, so each and every time the event starts, we need to make sure that we have placed our orders 3 minutes before. For the new ones, 3 minutes before. If you're getting experienced, 2 minutes before, so that it becomes easier for you. Then you can risk making use of 100 points instead of 150 at that time. But to stay safe, 150 points for some of the for all of the events, except for speeches as well as your interest rates. But this week I didn't see any interest rates, so you're not gonna make use of that anymore unless you're trading speeches. Anyway, so now let's just say we're trading for an example, it's a USD event. You're going to change it to USD JPY. This is where you change it, okay? So using USD JPY, and then from there, let's just say hypothetically, it is now 3 minutes before the event. The event starts at 2:30 in the afternoon. Okay, it's a USD event at 2:30 in the afternoon. So at 14:27, that's when you're going to be starting to put your your pending orders. Okay, so now in this case, we're making use of the last candle. So hypothetically, this green candle, it is the last candle that shows at 14.27. Okay, so when you place your orders making use of the last candle, you see that it's green, so you're going to make sure that when you press the plus sign at the top right corner, you're going to start with the sell stop. Okay, because why? It was green, it was busy going upwards, so you're going to start with the sell stop, which is something that's going to be the opposite of what it is, so that you can avoid it being triggered before the event starts. Okay, so it's a sell stop, and then here is where we call it a lot size. This is where you'll be applying your risk management depending on how much you have in your account. Okay, so new people, this is basically where you need to start 0.01 if you're making use of your real account. Okay, and then if it's not your real account, if it's a demo, you can play around with it, but honestly, don't use lot size 10 if you know you'll never have an account where you'll be making use of a lot size 10. So be practical. Okay, be practical, be realistic, so that whenever you do open your real account and you are basically used to using that lot size, and then you know exactly how the event is going to go about should it go both ways. Okay, so now in this case, I've got 5 million in the account. Okay, it's a demo account, right? So let's just say now I'm using lot size 10 for an example. Doesn't matter really. And then sell stop, for every sell stop you need to minus 150 points. Okay, so in this case you're going to minus 150 from this 110.744. So now in this case, to make it easy for you, you just look at the last 3 digits after the decimal. So meaning you're going to look at 744. You minus 150. Right now I'm not going to do proper maths, okay, because this is just a demonstration. So let's just assume I have minus 150. Okay, so you're going to place the order after that. Right now the market is closed, so obviously it will not show when the pending order has placed. Okay, and then from there, as soon as you're done with the sell stop, you do the same thing, but now you do vice versa. You say buy stop. With the buy stop, you do vice versa what you did with the sell stop, because with the sell stop you minus. Now with the buy stop, you're going to add 150. Like I said, my maths is not here today, so you're just gonna say, okay, 894, it's actually the correct maths. Okay, so now I added because it's a buy stop, and then you place the order. And 2 of your orders will be placed here. Okay, so as soon as it hits 14:30, that's when the event starts. Okay, not all events will trigger, because I have people sending me private messages telling me, no, my orders don't trigger. And guys, not all orders will trigger, because remember, not all events move the market the same way. Okay, so this way we'll make sure that, okay, if it moved the correct way, that's when you know you're gonna either make money or lose money. So but now we're aiming on making money, so and that's exactly how you need to do it. This is when at 14:27 the last candle is green. Now hypothetically it's 14:27. Now the candle is red. The last candle is red. You're going to do exactly the same thing that I just did a few minutes ago. You're just going to start with vice versa. Now because the candle is red, you're going to start with a buy stop instead. So you're going to change here. You say buy stop. Buy stop, you do what? We add. So when we add 150, it's going to give you 150 now. 744 plus 150 will give you 894, and then you place. Then after placing, you do the same thing. Sell stop, now vice versa. Now you're going to do what? You minus 150. Yeah, this one is sharper. So let's just say it's 613. Okay. Then after this, that's when you know you're fine. You're waiting for the event to start. As soon as it triggers one, you close the one that hasn't triggered. Okay. And then sometimes people panic when pending order is triggered. Most of the time it starts in a loss. Most of the time it's like that, and then only it will shoot into a profit afterwards. Sometimes they will shoot straight into a profit, but not all the time. So people panic when they see red and then they close. Remember these words: it is never a loss until you close. And this is what I learned from Coach. Okay. He has taught me this from the beginning when I started doing Forex. So you guys need to do the same thing. It is never a loss until you close. So if you see red and then you panic, you close, you will obviously see red all the time, because every time you see red, you close. So give it a chance. Okay, that's why we say don't play with high lots if you know you're not willing to hold a bid for like at least a minute or 5 minutes. We know how the market is, behaves. Sometimes it reacts after 2 minutes, or it reacts after 3 minutes. It's really up to you how long you hold. Okay, so basically this is a summary of 1 minute strategy. This is basically how you need to apply it. If you're still not sure how to apply it, especially for the new members, because honestly we're doing the videos for the new members, try by all means to get back to me. And whenever I'm available, or Kabu's available, or any of the admins, they will be able to assist you with whatever query that you have. And please, I plead with you guys, if you're sending a message and you start sending us question marks, I will read your message and I will not respond. Let's just work together. Please just be patient. Make sure that whatever that you sent me and I read it, I will get back to you. But don't send me question marks. We will not be friends when you start sending question marks. Anyway, that is it from me. I hope this was fruitful and it was easy for you guys to understand. Like I said, if you have some questions, you're more than welcome to send us private messages of either the admins. Okay. All right, cool. This is me signing out, and let's have a fruitful trading week, and let's continue sharing our feedbacks in the groups. Thank you.